like for me, virality can mean different things. Like if say if you have 100 followers and somehow you hit 10,000 views, that to me is viral. Like it's always in orders of magnitude.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad if you post a TikTok and it doesn't get 100K views. Like it's normal. Usually you won't get that. There's always like one-off cases where it happens. So for me, I think the first video that actually like, I think it only got up to like maybe like 20K views, which I had like less than 1,000 followers on TikTok. To me, that was like a huge deal. And it was just me like, it was like this one weird TikTok audio where it's like a woman saying, hold on, hold on, hold on, and like varying levels of emphasis. Um, and then says, bitch at the end. and that's when you slam your book down. And so what my concept was is like with each hold on, there's like a book trope that would come up on the screen. And so I found out, just researching about book talk, just a little tangent. Before, when I joined TikTok, I did not start posting right away. Like I took about like a month or 2 months just studying what the trends were, what relevant book talkers in my community who wrote adult or who liked reading adult fantasy or start reading, in the genre that I was doing, what they were watching, what they were creating. One concept that everyone, I feel like authors go wrong in is like they target other authors. Do not target other authors in your TikToks. Target readers. The authors, we love them, but they're not going to buy your books as much as readers will. Okay, they just won't. And I think that's one thing that when people ask me, like, how do you get discovered on Book Talk or like stuff like that, it's like, or what am I doing? It's like, stop talking to writers. Start talking to readers, right? Like, learn what they want in their stories and how they communicate it. One thing that I found that readers love to talk about are book tropes. Now, I knew nothing about book tropes when I joined TikTok. I did not know what enemies to lovers were. I did not know what a slow burn was. I did not even know what a meet cute was. Like I was like in my silo just writing and I was like, what is this? Right? But then I found out people really love when you tell what tropes are in your book. And sometimes it's a spoiler, but it really helps readers set expectations for the book and know what they're getting into. And some people just like to, have a good idea of the book before they pick it up. And so in this TikTok that I was like, saw a lot of views, I started putting, as the woman said, hold on, hold on. With each hold on, there's a new book trope that came up on the screen. And at the end, I came up to the camera and like slammed my book. I was like, this has everything like on the screen right now. And people were like, oh my God, it has enemies to lovers, it has slow burn, redemption arc, corruption. Okay, like, and so that was a really, I think, like clever way of just marketing. I know what you want. This is how you can get it. Right. And anyone could do it with your book. Like you could target whoever your audience is, right? Like if you are writing a fantasy book or if you're writing a poetry book, like find other people who read poetry, right? And then basically just target what they would see. Like, how do you write a book? Rather than like, how do you write a poem or some of my favorite like opening lines to a poem, some of my favorite opening lines to a fantasy book. And then you could throw in your own and people are like, what is that? You'll start to get them to see eyes on your book. Did that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I've definitely noticed that Book Talk loves romance tropes. Like all three of the first ones you mentioned.
They love spicy book talk. I'm just like, what?
I've never spicy book talk is wild.
Never seen it anywhere else. Now I'm seeing like spicy book talk tables at my local Barnes and Noble, and I'm just like, what the heck? Yeah.
I actually have a quick follow-up question.
Yeah.
Low-key, I have two, but I'll start with the first one. So you mentioned at the beginning that you went through a month or two long period of just sort of gathering data and gleaning and just watching the ecosystem. Would you recommend that similar research time for authors new to the space?
Everyone should do it. Do not start jumping in and posting because you're not going to know what you're doing. Right? Mm-hmm. Like I believe in baptism by fire. I have lived that motto throughout my life. This is not a situation where you do it. Okay. Because
you'll make your life so hard if you do it that way.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Please do your research. There is no rush. I feel like everyone is like, I have to post now or else no one will hear about my book or other people are going to beat me to it. Or etc., etc., they're not. You know, take your time, do your research, really understand what the readers want, not the writers, what the readers want, and then start creating.